Last week, the mayor of Calgary, Naheed Nenshi, and his merry gang of control freaks on city council decided to expand the mask bylaws in the city of Calgary all the way into December 2021. They've added an entire year to this mask mandate. And that really drives home the battle we've got coming up. Because there's only two ways this whole pandemic thing is going to end now. And Mr. Nenshi hasn't figured this out, obviously. Either the vaccines that are coming work, and most people have been vaccinated by next fall, the masks are coming off, the infections are going down, we can start getting back to living our lives. I mean, there's people with questions and concerns about the vaccine and so on. That's fine. That's a separate discussion. But either they work and enough people get it, or they don't work, and we let this virus run its course. There's no third way. If this thing hasn't been working by September or October, it's obviously not going to. So don't bother with extending that mask bylaw past there. That's when we got to get back to what we probably should have been doing in the first place, is really isolating our vulnerable and letting this bug work its way through the majority of citizens, 99.8% of which will survive it just fine. Again, I'm going to get vaccinated when my turn comes up in line, assuming that these early vaccinations don't show any crazy side effects. I don't believe they're going to control my mind or turn me into a lizard person or anything. But if it doesn't work, then what are we going to do? Lockdown for another year? Lockdown again and again? We don't even know if these lockdowns work. Everyone likes pointing to Australia. Why don't Sydney just lock down again? Because of one guy who got sick. Is that the world we need to live in? One person gets sick and we will castrate our economy? Well, if scenes like this in Calgary, where the police are basically beating the snot out of a young man who dared to go out and play hockey, do you think? I mean, I understand. We're pretty passive. We've been putting up with a whole lot. And people are more willing to lock down than I would have hoped and imagined. But that'll be enough. We're not going to put up with that crap for another year. We're not going to keep locking down over and over again if it's not working. This thing will have to run its course. So let's start planning and accepting that there's only two outcomes for this nightmare. And that is going to be letting the bug run its course, or this vaccine works. If the vaccine doesn't work, it's not going to be like, well, we're just going to lock ourselves up for another year and hope they come up with something. No, it's not friggin' happening. So we got to get realistic. But we got to start looking now. Get ready to push back. Let these political leaders know this is it. This is the final year of this stuff. It has to end. So Naheed, get over it. I know you enjoy controlling people. I know this has been a high point for you. But for the rest of us, it's been bloody miserable. And this is going to end this year one way or another. So don't bother making more laws expanding into next year. They're not going to happen.